Hey everybody, it's Aaron with Eirinn'sIntel. As you can see, I'm in the car again. I really can't even see myself because the sun is in my face. Maybe this isn't the best place to be recording a video right now. But anyways, what I was gonna do is I tried yesterday to record a video about abnormal psych. Unfortunately, I had too many videos stored to my phone, so I couldn't have the storage to finish recording that video, so I had to delete it. But anyways, what abnormal psychology is any type of mental situation that is considered different from what is normal. Hence, it's abnormal. And that may seem like a simple definition, but in fact, it's kind of an umbrella term for a lot of disorders and diseases of the mind and the brain that might fall underneath that umbrella. Now, you might have a brain disease that is not like a tumor or encephalitis, which is a swelling of the brain tissue, or even meningitis, which is really a swelling of the brainstem, which can even be fatal, but that is more of a physical symptom of a brain disease, whereas with mental disorders, you might not have the same kind of physical characteristics that you would have with, say, a tumor or things of that nature, although in some cases a lesion on the brain can cause the same kind of behaviors that we might see in, for example, someone with schizophrenia. Now, what schizophrenia is, it's a psychotic brain disorder where you basically, a person afflicted with schizophrenia cannot differentiate between their reality and their hallucination or delusion. Now, what is a delusion? A delusion is a long-held belief that you believe in fully and completely, even in the face of being proven otherwise by either fact, medical science, or your loved ones. They may see that you have this belief and that you hold it to be gospel truth, but it could be something crazy. Like, for example, you think that the FBI is bugging your phone, or that they have you on a terrorist watch list, when you know that you don't have a criminal record and you've never done anything wrong. So your schizophrenia is telling you, wait, I'm being listened to. There's listening devices in my house or in my car or installed in my radio, or perhaps, I'm being monitored, or people are talking about me behind my back, and I keep hearing whispering, and I hear voices, and these are some of the symptoms and characteristics of schizophrenia. And when you have schizophrenia with paranoid features, I guess, you could say that that person is a paranoid schizophrenic. So if you're paranoid, you're very on edge all the time, and you think, okay, well, really, those cops, they're coming to get me right now. And a paranoid schizophrenic is going to constantly be on the move. He or she is never going to feel settled, and they're going to continue believing these delusional thoughts. When you have a hallucination, that is a disorder of your visual brain, in which you see things, or potentially you hear things that aren't really there. So for a schizophrenic with hallucinations, they may be hearing a telephone ring or hearing a piano play, but there's no piano. And one of the ways they can figure this out is if they ask the people they're with, do you hear that? Do you hear a piano? Do you hear a telephone? And if those people say no, that they don't hear anything, well, you may want to check with your physician to see, why am I hearing this telephone? Why am I hearing this piano play in my head? Anyways, other things that fall under the umbrella of abnormal psych would be, for example, any type of anxiety disorder like OCD, any type of disorder where you, let's see, what else? Anxiety. There's other anxiety disorders, like, for example, shy bladder disorder, which is something I suffer from. That is when you're in a public restroom and you're trying to go pee, and you can't because you're worried that people around you are listening, or they're going to judge you based on the sound and volume of your urine stream. Pretty crazy stuff. I've been working on that, though, and I'm doing better with being able to use the restroom in public. And I think a lot of people do have this. It's also known as paresis or shy bladder syndrome. And a lot of men particularly have this, and probably somewhere in the millions of men just in this country, let alone the world. It could be a much higher number. However, a lot of men don't want to talk about it. They don't want to discuss it with their doctor or their loved one, their wife, their boyfriend, their husband, because it's embarrassing. You don't want people to know that you can't go pee and that you can't perform on command. So anyway, there's that. There's also hand washing, which could get obsessive if you have a phobia of germs. So that might fall under the umbrella of abnormal psych. And let's see, a couple other things that might fall under that. You have PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, where someone who experiences a trauma, like for example, maybe they went to war and maybe they saw their friend get blown up in front of them. So that traumatic event basically triggered their stress and anxiety, and it caused them to have a disorder that what basically happens with PTSD is they relive that scenario over and over again in their head every day. They might dream about it, they might recall it, they might have flashbacks that say, okay, there's my friend and he's getting blown up again, and I'm reliving that, and it causes high levels of stress, anxiety, and it can cause social withdrawment. It can cause you to avoid going out because you're afraid that you might have an episode during your work or during your school, if you're attending school, or wherever it is you're going. Maybe you're driving the car, you know, like I'm in the car right now, and if I was to have PTSD and imagine my friend being blown up while I was driving the car, I could potentially hit a tree and die. So that is a concern, and this causes a lot of people with PTSD to not go out. Anyways, that is some of the things that fall under abnormal psych. It's really interesting to me. If you guys have any questions, just post in the comments, or you can contact me at nextgskguy@outlook.com. That's NEXTGSK guy, GUY, at outlook.com. My name is Eirinn with Eirinn'sIntel, and thank you for watching my abnormal psych video.